I'll say what I've done. I've decided how I want to live. If you have a judgmental God, or a God that you believe punishes you because of, you brought up the word sin before, you've chosen to live in that way. And it may be how we've been taught and how we've been programmed, but at a certain point, I'm choosing to follow through on this path and see God in the way that I see him. I don't know if other ladies on this line have had some of the same experiences that I have, but just to be, and I'm a very open and transparent person also. Mom knows that about me. So, years ago, and I have no idea where the words came from, but I'd say about 7 years ago, I was driving to work one day, and I was praying, I was talking to God, and I said that I wanted him to show me, or have his light show through me, so that other people could see me in the way that they should, and so that other people could see him and experience him in the way that they should. If you're not exactly sure if what God you're supposed to be seeing, or if your image is right, just ask him. I can tell you that it worked for me. And there's been times where, I've touched people, or I've shown them something that I didn't even know I was doing it. But when I take a step back, it wasn't me. It was God. It was the God in me pouring into somebody, and that's because that's what I asked him to do. So you might not exactly know. For me personally, I didn't know what part of our Creator that is supposed to be seen, or what part is supposed to be moving through me, and I still ask for that every day, almost every day, to be honest with you. If you're not sure, decide what kind of life you want to have. If you're fine being miserable, it's perfectly fine. It's up to you. That's the life that you have to live. But aside from deciding what it is that you want, if you want to be happy, and we say this all the time, happiness is a decision, because it really, really is. Once you get past that, just ask the Creator to talk to you, because I know when I answer that, it spoke directly to me and started shooting out to other people that I really didn't even know.
Alexis pointed out two things. She said, one, she used the term God in me. Write that down. God is in us. According to the New Testament, we are indwelled by the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, which is God. We are indwelled by the Spirit of God, sealed until the day of redemption. We are the temple of the living God, that God is inside, not out there somewhere in the cosmos, sitting on a cloud or hanging out watching us. God is in us. You said that you wanted God to speak through you and show him God's self through you to others. Now, that takes us right back to the very beginning of our time tonight, where we said that God created. So God is a creator. God is the creator. You and I are made in the image of God. God's attribute is creator, which means you and I are creators. God is the creator. He created us in his image, which means that we have creator in us. We are created in the image of the creator, which means that we are creators. Number one, we are creators, because Alexis said, I want you, God, to reflect through me. So what she was doing was creating a life situation, an environment, an experience. That's it. She was creating the experience that she wanted to manifest in herself and in others that she needs. So that was the attribute of God in her as creator. Secondly, that means we are co-creators. I said, you are the creator and co-creator of your life. As Alexis was saying, she asked God to do certain things so that she could do certain things, put her in the position of being co-creator. You are creators and co-creators of your life. God is in us, God works through us, and God works as us. Thank you so much, Alexis, for that example. Because what you asked was that God would work through you, meaning through your person and your personality and your character. And so you said that it began to happen right away, which means that God was working through you as you. When you think about your individual personality, whether you're quiet or you're outgoing or whether you're grumpy or whether you're sweet, whatever it is, whatever it is, that's your personality. And God works through your personality. That's what it means, that he works through you as you. When Alexis said that she wanted God to work through her and reflect to other people, she would not have been anyone but herself. She didn't go into the office or whoever it was that she was going to meet and become somebody else. God works through the personality of Alexis. That's why it is so important to be who you are. Because when that's a whole nother story down the road. When you're trying to be somebody else and copy, then God can't be reflected. Love y'all to pieces. Love you to pieces. Namaste. I'll see you next week. Alexis, so glad you're back. Loving you.
Glad to be back.
Talk to y'all later.